Hi everybody, over the past few months I've received a lot of questions regarding direct instruction, specifically reading mastery. So I wanted to just give you a very brief overview of what it is, and then I'm going to show you a video of how you give a placement test. So reading mastery is a direct instruction program that was created by Siegfried Engelmann in the 60s. Direct instruction operates on a few key principles. One of them is that all students can learn, no matter what, when they're taught by highly skilled educators who have proper materials and proper training. One of the things that's really nice about direct instruction is that when you're trying to place a student into a program, not all students begin at the same lesson. So you give students a placement test to determine where the appropriate place to start with them would be. And then from there, students are grouped together depending on their results from the placement test and what lesson that they should be starting on. Another nice aspect of the program is that students are taught to mastery. Every few lessons, there's a mastery test, and children can't move on to the next lesson until they've successfully finished the mastery test. And it really makes sure that the students have a good understanding before they're going to access and learn more complex skills. And if for some reason you give students a mastery test and they don't score what they needed to move on, then the program tells you what lessons you need to go back on and remediate teaching, then retest your learner. Skills are introduced gradually, so students are taught lots of component skills that they will eventually need to access more complex skills. Nothing is taught arbitrarily. There's a reason behind everything that's taught. Another thing I love about direct instruction is that only 10 to 20% of a lesson is new material that's taught, and about 80 to 90% is content that has been mastered or that students have previously learned. And one of the reasons that this is great is because it's important to practice things that you've been taught, because our students are eventually going to be using these skills and applying them in other areas, but also it makes students feel good about themselves. When someone's asking you a hard question after hard question after hard question after hard question, and you're just not getting it, you're not going to feel successful. But if we can get our learners into a lesson through things that they've already mastered and things that they've learned already, then they feel good about themselves. That's something called behavioral momentum. So a lesson will start with things that are easier and students can do. For example, a beginning lesson might be students just telling you letter sounds, and then it goes into, okay, let's sound this word out. If the lesson started with, let's sound this word out, sometimes you might have kids shut down. So it's nice that it reviews concepts that have been previously taught, so kids are getting to practice those skills, and then it also gradually fades in the effort that's needed